Little garden update. Thought I'd better get a shot of the few that are left here before the family decides to just eat them all out of the bowl. But some of the strawberries I got this morning, the garden strawberries are starting to come in, which actually just pulled the ones that were all red. I did not get any of them with white on it, so I've still got a boatload of strawberries that are going to be in here out of such a small plot. So anybody who thinks that they can't garden, I mean, this is just an 8-foot by 8-foot planter, and I'm going to have blackberries. You can see all the little white blooms on it. I'm going to have blackberries out of this box this year. You can still see a lot of my strawberries that I didn't pick that still have some white on them but are still quite red. I should be able to pick those tomorrow or the next day. And I'm also going to have blueberries. I've got a couple of blueberry bushes in here, but our total plot here is only about 3/4 of an acre. And you know, even out of just an 8-foot by 8-foot section, you can do strawberries underneath, blackberries over the top, even blueberries in a corner of it. But we're going to have more fruit this year than we know what to do with. Something to note on blackberries is those things, they take over. I mean, literally they will take over, and you'll be killing more blackberry bushes than anything. You can see this is where I planted them, right down here in this corner of the box, and it's already come up with about close to a dozen large, thumb size stalks coming off of it. Now I have to kill additional ones just to keep it where I can get in to get the strawberries, and try to keep it contained because it will spread. And it does it by rooting underground. And to give you an idea how aggressive it is, I just killed all of them about a week ago, and I already have other ones outside the box coming up. These are blackberries. Here's more. This is over in the next box, probably close to 10 feet away. I've gotten them coming out of my yard. It's an underground vine, and I pulled a bunch out this morning just because I had to kill some to get some of the newer ones, just to get the strawberries. But you can see this is one of the blackberry vines here, and you can see underground how aggressive the root system is. So if you're considering blackberries, I love the flavor of blackberries, but don't plant it unless you want to keep it forever, because it will root out, it will spread, and it will go absolutely crazy. But you can see even on the back side of the box here I've got some coming up in the grass. I just cut this grass not even a week ago, and I already have them coming up way out here in the grass behind the fruit box. That's what going to give you an update on what else is going on. All my bean rows are coming up. These are all bush habit bean. I've got those between my older onions, which are starting to go to bloom. My next row here, you can see my staggered rows of onion, and I even have a little volunteer here coming up of I'm not really sure what it is. That after several years, you can continually get a lot of volunteers of things. But all my okra. I had to plant pepper this year. I actually bought these. I didn't start these by seed. Now, on about tomatoes. As many of you probably heard on the news, we down in Tennessee got some pretty substantial rains here a couple of weeks ago, and it flooded out a lot of middle Tennessee. And I had put out about 120 of my own started plants, stuff I'd started in indoors, all heirloom variety tomatoes, and the rains and the flood pretty much wiped out and killed every single one of them. It's a good thing that we're not, depending on this as our single food source, or this would have been almost catastrophic. But we garden on, so I bought a lot of replacement plants, Romas, some Rutgers. The Romas really look great. I'm already getting a lot of flowers on them. The Rutgers not so much. Did get some variety called Jet Star, which
is back there. Oh, nice looking. And I also went and bought some hot banana pepper plants. Just kind of plant them around, but everything's looking pretty good there. You can see some of my corn is really starting to fill in. I'm gonna have to thin some where I put several in the hole. I didn't know how good the seeds were, but I'm gonna have to come out and thin some of these so they'll have room to grow. And I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna replant some pole beans between the two here and let them climb the corn stalks as the corn stalks grow. So my grapes that I planted last year, I don't know if I'm going to get any grapes this year, but certainly the plant has taken root and appears to be doing pretty well. Lastly, let's take a look here at my peach tree. I'm very happy about it. Looks like I'm going to get peaches for the first time. Yeah, some pretty good size fuzzy peaches on the tree. So, and I've got a pretty substantial amount of them on this tree, so hopefully it's going to work out this year. It hasn't worked out any of the last several years since it's been planted, but also did something new this year in addition to my regular garden, which I'll show you next. I assume most people would think that one garden a year is enough, but I don't know. I've got a pretty small plot behind the house, and I've been wanting to grow melons for the last couple of years, so I was able to carve out some additional land to garden. About a 20-foot by 20-foot plot, and I'm strictly doing melons in it this year. I did this last weekend. Actually planted, you can see some of my watermelon plants that I've got, and I've got several good-sized mounds of watermelons. Put three plants per mound, and then 2 in these middle rows that I've staggered out. Also, I'm doing some early sweet cantaloupes. These here are just another cantaloupe variety, ambrosia. Same with this one. And then I've got some honeydews down here. And lastly, in my melon patch, I planted by seed 2 rows of pumpkins. And as many as I planted in this, I should hopefully by fall have plenty of pumpkins for Halloween. So I'm going to get out here and do some mulching with some straw whenever I get a chance. But so anyway, now I'm a 2-garden guy. That's the gardening becomes addictive. I know a lot of my subscribers and people I subscribe to probably feel